Yeah, good morning to all of you, dear students. Welcome back to my channel, Smart Codings. I'm back again with another video, the new topic of sorting. So, before I start explaining this topic, I recommend you to subscribe my channel, to like it, share it for the needy students and for beginners. And if you have any doubts and clarifications, you can comment me in the YouTube comment sections to clear your doubts. Watch the video completely, then only will understand the proper concept of programming and uh, the concept of that particular topic, along with the practical demonstrations, how to write a code, what are the prerequisites. So don't watch the video half and just leave it. Watch it fully and get the knowledge. So without saying much now, I want to start with the topic of sorting. Sorting is basically arrangement of data in some logical order, that is ascending order or descending order. So this is what is sorting. Now there are few points are written there, two more points, that numerical values are sorted according to the values, that is it is bigger or smaller. Based on that, and what type of sorting you want to do, ascending or descending, based on that it is sorted. Now in case of character and string elements, they are sorted according to their ASCII code values, and they are case sensitive. Students, these are the few points of regarding sorting. Now there are various types of sorting in and programming, either in Java programming or in any other programming language. But in this video tutorial, we'll be learning about bubble sort. Okay, so let's start quickly the bubble sort. Bubble sort is basically a sorting technique where two adjacent elements are compared repeatedly and swapped until they are in proper order. This means that two elements will be compared. If the swapping is required there, then we'll be doing the swapping, that is exchanging of elements will be done. Unless and until the full array list is in proper order. So by default, the sorting is done in ascending order. Then you can do the sorting in descending order also by changing the logic. As because comparison is done, so it is called a comparison based algorithm. The algorithm of bubble sort works in comparison. That's why it is a comparison based algorithm, we can say. Another name of bubble sort is sinking sort. Keep in mind the sinking sort. And the pass through the list is repeated until no swaps are needed, which indicates that the list is sorted. That means the entire array list is passed through a different number of passes. Okay, so the swapping is required or not. If no swapping is required, that means it indicates that list is already sorted and the final output we have got. So this one will be demonstrating you in the very soon with the working principle with an example. Total number of passes required is total number of elements minus 1. Keep in mind, if the number of elements in an array is 5, the number of passes required is 4. So quickly let's start with the working principle of bubble sort. Here, as you can see, students, there are 5 elements when equal to 5. This is what is the starting of pass 1. Okay, now here we can compare the first two elements, adjacent elements. No swapping required, as it is, we'll keep the array like this. Here we will check here with these two, swapping required, we will do swapping 6 here, 16 here. Again this will be checked. The next page, you can see here, it is 8 here, 16 here, and finally it is 16 and 5 swapping required. So finally 16 is here. So what you have noticed, student, here at the end of pass 1 ends here. In this, the highest element, that is the bigger element in the array, will be automatically in its correct position, that is in the higher index, at the higher index automatically. So next higher index is next higher element is 15. So in the next end of pass 2, you will notice that 15 will be in its correct order here. So let's so pass 1 here, it is the end of pass 1. Let's indicate that pass 1 by I equal to 0, because number of passes, the loop will use there, two loops will be used in the program. The outer loop will be for number of passes and the inner loop will be for number of comparisons. I will show you that the loop for number of passes will be denoted by ith loop. Suppose with I variable will denote. So let's start the I with 0. That's why you're written here pass 1 I 0. So at the end of pass 1, what you have noticed, the higher element automatically in its correct position. Now we'll take this one final output in pass 2. Same written here. So we will check the comparison required or not. Yes, comparison is required. Comparison is done, and swapping is also required here. 6 here, 15 here. Here also comparison done. Yes, swapping required, done. Here also swapping is required because 5 should be here, 15 should be here. Then next one you can see here, 5 here, 15 here. And finally, no comparison is done, but no swapping is required. So as it is, we'll write. So as you can see, students, at the end of pass 2, the highest element will be in its correct order. Next highest element will be in its correct order, that is here. Next index. The next highest element is 15, will be in its correct position at the end of pass 2. I hope this is clear to you. So number of passes, how many passes were required? As I've said, the formula is total number of elements minus 1. So pass 2 is over. So 5 elements are there. 5 minus 1, 4. 4 pass. 2 more pass we need to go through now. Let's we'll be taking this one now. 6, 8, 5, 15 and 16. 6, 8, 5, 15 and 16 is there. As you can see, students, 6 and 8 comparison required. No, as it is we will write. Now here we will check again with this 2. 8, 5 comparison required. So 5 here, 8 here. Okay. 5 here, 8 here. Now again 8 and 15, no comparison required. So we'll write as it is. 8, 15 as it is, full array as it is. Now 15 and 16 compared but no swapping required, so we'll write the array as it is. So as you can see, students, in the pass 3, next highest element is 8 in its correct order. Okay. So automatically it should come. I hope this is clear. Any doubt, do comment me in the YouTube comment section. If any kind of difficulty or understanding, feel free to question me, make the session interactive. Now let's take this one, this final here, output of pass 3 and in the pass 4. 6, 5, 8, 15 and 16. As you can see, students, here 6 and 5 swapping is required obviously. So 5 and 6 is swapped here. Now again this no swapping required, but comparison is done. 6, 8 compared first, that is checking is done. Then it is no required, so as it is we'll write here. Again this will be compared but no swapping required, we'll write as it is here. And finally we'll compare this one, no swapping required, finally we'll write this one here. So finally at the end of pass 4, the I equal to 3, I value is increasing at every pass starting from 0. As you can see, the final list is sorted here, and the next highest element is 6 in its correct position. So automatically the last element, that is 5, will be in its correct position here, 5. Clear? So at every pass, so in total pass 4 are there, no? For the total pass 1, pass 2, pass 3 and pass 4, all the 4 elements in its correct position, automatically the left out element will be in its correct position. Common sense it is. So this is the working principle. 2 adjacent elements is being compared and checked, and if swapping is required, it is done or else not. So now let's understand the loop over here. In the programming concept, we need to use 2 loop while writing the program of bubble sort. Now first loop, we should be very clear to the mind that it is used for outer loop for number of passes. So total number of passes will be total number of length, that is element of the array, minus 1. Suppose 5 elements are there, so number of passes will be 5 minus 1, 4. That's why a dot length minus 1. Nothing else complex. Nothing else is complex here. I equal to 0. I less than a dot length minus 1. Why minus 1? Because number of passes, number of elements minus 1 is equal to the number of passes, and this outer loop denotes the number of passes. I'm repeating the words multiple times to make you understand what it means, so that you don't get confused, students. Now j equal to 0, this for number of comparisons. Now j equal to 0, j less than j dot length minus 1, j plus plus. This is for number of comparisons. J dot length minus 1 means at every in each pass, as you can see here in the previous, in each passes, if I go to the beginning here, as you can see in pass 2, there are 4 comparisons, 3 comparisons over here. This red arrows are comparisons, 3 comparisons, and here is 4 total 4 comparisons. Similarly in pass 3 also there are 3 comparisons and one total 4 comparisons are there. In each pass there are 4 comparisons. That's why we are taking this. So let's quickly forward this one. So that's why inside this a dot length j dot length minus 1, same, because in each pass there are same number of comparisons are there. That's 4. Total element was 5 and number of comparisons 4. That's why a dot length j dot length minus 1. Inside this comparison loop, we need to apply the logic here. We need to check a of j greater than a of j plus 1. That means let's take this, suppose for this one. Suppose 6 a of j suppose is this one and a of j plus 1 is this. So a of j is greater than a of j plus 1, so it will be swapped. So that's only is done over here. If it is a of j greater than a of j plus 1, then we will using this swapping logic, we will swap the elements. That will use a third variable, temporary variable temp. We'll keep the element in temp, then the element of a of j plus 1 will be stored in a of j, and while the temp value will be assigned to a of j plus 1. Now there will be some modification, there should be some modification should be done in this loop, in this inner loop, because as you can see students, let's quickly escape this one and let's go to the pass 1. End of pass 1, you can see the 16 automatically in its higher index in its correct position. So in pass 2 we don't need to compare 15 and 16 because 16 is already in its correct position. So this comparison we don't need to do. So you can see here we need only 3 comparison in pass 2. So when I equal to 1, we'll have 3 comparison only, because we don't need to do this comparison, because 16 is already in its correct position. So 15 is also in its correct position here, so we don't need to change this one. So no comparison required unnecessarily, right? So in pass 2 only 3 comparison. Similarly for pass 3 we don't need to do this comparison, so this is out, strike out. And this also we no need to do, because 16, 15 and 8 in its correct position. So this comparison also not required here. Okay, so 2 comparisons are removed from here. Similarly in pass 4 this is not required, this is not required here, in its correct comparison not required, and this is also not required here. See, because the 8, 15 and 16 in its correct position here. Okay, so we don't need to compare this one now. So on these 3 comparisons are strike out from the this pass 4. Only one comparison is done over here because we need to swap this one. So that's why in every passes, when the I value is increasing, number of this comparison is decreasing. That's why we need to do here some modification in the loop, as I can show you here, that you can see that a of this j equal to 0, j less than j dot length minus 1, I have said you, minus I, as because each pass when the I value is increasing, the j value is decreasing. So number of comparison is decreasing, that's why I am doing minus 1 here. Okay, and this is for number of passes. So I hope this is clear to you. Any doubt, any issues, any problem, any difficulty in understanding, please do ask me in the YouTube comment sections, and do watch the video completely. Let's now quickly stop this and let's go to the BlueJ. Let's write a code over here. We'll be writing the code from beginning, and I will show you how to start the program. First of all, we will take an input using a scanner class. That's why we need to import a package, import java.util. It should be very clear to you. util.scanner, right? Fine. Now we'll be writing here the class name. So class bubble sort, as you can see at the top of the screen, the bubble sort class is already created. Bubble sort is the class name. Fine. Now we'll write the main method. As you know, every program in Java has a main method, public static void main string args. Fine. So now we'll declare 2 variables, int I comma j comma, let's declare temp also there. Okay, now we'll create an array, int a equal to new end 5. 5 elements, array creation done. Now we'll take a input to an array. So we'll create an object of scanner class. See, we should write the code very smoothly. Automatically it should come stepwise. We need to think it what to be done. Array creation done, we need input to an array, so we need to create a scanner class to take input. So we'll writing a scanner, new scanner system.in, right? System.in. Okay, now inside this we need to take the input. So we'll write a message to the user system.out.println. Enter 5 elements in an array. Enter 5 elements in an array. I hope this message will be displayed in the console. Now let's write a loop over here. I equal to 0. Okay, I less than a dot length, total length. Okay, 1 less than total length, then I plus plus. I hope this part is clear to you, students. Now let us take the input to an array. A of I equal to sc dot next int. This part is about input to an array. Here it is input of an array. Now what we'll do, we'll write the logic of bubble sort. So let us copy this code for the bubble sort logic. Here loop. So a dot I equal to 0, I less than dot length minus 1, as because it indicates the number of passes. Loop for number of passes. Outer loop. This is, let's clear to you. Let me clear to you. Outer loop for number of passes. Clear? Now inside this we'll write the inner loop. So let's copy this one. Okay, paste it here. Let's modify this with j less than dot length minus 1 minus I, because number of comparisons are decreasing at each passes, and j plus plus. I hope this part is clear. Inside this logic, inside this loop, inner loop, we'll write a logic over here. If a of j greater than a of j plus 1, yes, that is additional elements are checked. If it is bigger greater, then we will swap it. Temp equal to a of j. Okay, element of a of j, the value of a of j is kept in temp. Now a of j is blank over here, so in a of j will keep the value of a of j plus 1. As the logic of swapping using third variable, same logic. A of j plus 1 is blank. Now we'll store the value of temp over there. So this is the logic here. So let's close the terminator, close the if block, close the inner loop, close the outer loop. So this part is clear. Now we'll write a message to the user. Sorted array is inside this we'll write a loop over here. So let's copy this loop because we need to print all the elements, so we need a loop over there. So inside this we'll write a for loop. Inside this loop body will print the array system dot out dot, let's write print over there. Okay, system dot out dot print. Now a of I plus this for space, close this for loop, close main method, close class. Compile this, students. So there are a few errors there. Let's okay, so here it is, I is missing there. Any other problem? I is missing here because we have copied here. And one more, bracket is missing over here. So let us, this is how we debug the code, right? So this is here I, compile it. So no syntax error, compilation is done very clearly. Now let us give that output what we are given in the array here. Let's take that. So 15, 16, 6, 8 and 5. Let's run the code, right click, main method, 15, 16, 6, 8 and 5. So sorted arrays 5, 6, 8, 15 and 16. I hope this is clear to you. This is for by default ascending order. If you want to sort in descending order, what change you need to do here? Just change this logic, this one. Just change the symbol over here. It will sort in descending order. So let's take 15, 16, 5, 6 and 8. So it's in, so we have taken here 15 both time. So it is showing like this. So this is also one learning to you that if two elements are same, we can take. So we will sort like this. So this is in descending order. Let's take one more time for descending order. 15, 16, 5, 6 and 8. So this is what is descending order. So let's go back to the code once again, students. Now let's explain you once again package for taking the using a scanner class, then the main method and class name as it is. Variable declaration done over here. This is what is a variable declaration done. Declaration, let's comment it. Comment statements are very important. Array creation done. Array creation using a new operator. Now the scanner class object we input in, we have taken in this array a of I using sc.nextInt. Now this for number of passes and this for number of comparisons. So we'll write here number of comparisons. The logic I have told you very clear. Comparisons, number of comparisons. Okay, now this is the logic of descending order and this is the logic of ascending order. If a of j is greater than a of j plus 1, then we will swap the elements and finally print the array. It's very simple. So practice the code without saying it. Understand it first. To watch the video multiple times. If any issues, any problem, to ask me in the YouTube comment sections. Thank you. Take care. And don't forget to subscribe the channel for more videos. As you can see here, one extra thing is being shown in the slide to make you aware of my channel so that you can get my updates on time. Thank you, students. Take care.